Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about the Legends Reborn event and the Bloom Time jackpot. So this video is going to be relatively short, there's not that much content to cover. Basically, there's two currencies to gather again from this event. There's the Resurgence emblem, which are harder to get, but they give you better rewards, and there's the legendary orbs, which you can get relatively easy by just doing the easy stuff. With legendary orbs, you can get your sacred oils from that, so that is good. However, the resurgent emblems are the ones that you should be gunning for because they give really nice rewards. One of the really nice cosmetic rewards are the Lichen Fire Wings, which cost 65 resurgent emblems, and the main reason I like this is because how it looks. So you can see over here that the Lichen Fire Wings look very nice, and it's basically the regular Lichen Wings, the electricity one, but now it's red and it's got fire particles. So how do you get all these emblems? So first of all, let's talk about the legendary orbs, the easy ones to get. So there's a new heroic dungeon, it's the solo dungeon, it's Ring of Reckoning. It's basically the Longway. You want to progress through the 4 stages in the Longway, and if you complete all 4 stages, you get a Sacred Longway's Offering, which you put on the brazier, and then you spawn either a regular pig or a golden pig, which gives you resurgent emblems, which is the good one, the premium emblems that you want. However, if you don't clear all 4 stages, it's fine, you're still gonna get rewarded the legendary orbs. I believe you only need to complete 1 stage, so that's good news there. So even if you don't have the damage to clear stage 4, you still get rewarded. Next up is the Desolate Mausoleum and the Burning Mausoleum. The Desolate Mausoleum is basically Tomb of Exile's easy mode. You go in there, you bada bing bada boom, and you kill the boss. It's not like the Korean server. The Korean server had 900 million HP. This one only has 200 million HP. So it's a lot easier to kill. You can just go in and pew 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 and kill him. Keep in mind that you need to complete Desolate Mausoleum once before you can actually buy the new weapon. There's a new weapon that you can now craft, and here's a screenshot. So you can craft this Fleeting Forge weapon chest. However, it requires a Longway blade and an Inferno Forge. So the Longway blade you get from just doing the Longway, the solo dungeon, and then the Inferno Forge you have to do Desolate Mausoleum. So you do have to complete Desolate Mausoleum at least once in order to get the Inferno Forge to craft the Fleeting Forge weapon chest, which only lasts for 1 hour. However, the stats for this weapon is crazy. So you can see over here that this is a Grand Celestial 9 weapon. Ignore the stats over here because this is a GM weapon. However, the stats down here are exactly the same as a Grand Celestial 9 weapon. So you can see that all of these stats, plus 610% attack power for Dragon Char, plus 610% attack power bonus on Dragon Char. So all of the passives over here are exactly the same as a Grand Celestial 9 weapon. So basically picking up this weapon essentially gives you a Grand Celestial 9 weapon for 1 hour, which is extremely powerful. So I do recommend people to stock up on this supply and to use this weapon whenever you decide to do any harder content. So a good example would be the Burning Mausoleum. So they didn't show the Burning Mausoleum on the stream, so we don't know what the HP is for the boss. But since Desolate Mausoleum only had 200 million HP, I'm assuming that the Burning Mausoleum is probably gonna have 600 to 800 million HP, probably somewhere around that range, maybe 900 million HP like the Korean regular mode, the Desolate Mausoleum. So it should be sitting around there. So maybe if you're gonna do that type of content, you might want to get a Grand Celestial weapon and just blast through it, or at least it'll give you that extra edge to do it. You could also use that 1 hour Grand Celestial weapon to do the Ring of Reckoning as well. In case you do want to clear the 4th stage and get that extra resurgent emblems, you could do that the next day with your 1 hour weapon, because then you can craft it and use it when you want. There is also a 1-day version, however it does require resurgent emblems. So you can see over here that it does require 7 resurgent emblems and 5 gold in order to get the Fleeting Flame weapon chest, which lasts for 1 day. It's exactly the same as the GC9 weapon stats, just a little bit better. I think the passives are the same, but the flat stats are a little bit better. And you can use this for 1 day with 7 resurgent emblems and 5 gold, which is definitely very good if you're planning to do, let's say, multi-runs of a certain dungeon, maybe Brood Chamber, and you just want that extra damage so you can blast through things faster. And yeah, it's just a really nice thing to have. Just keep in mind that the Ring of Reckoning, Desolate Mausoleum, and Burning Mausoleum, all 3 of these event dungeons you can only enter once a day. You get locked out afterwards. So do keep that in mind, that you can't farm these over and over and over and stockpile a bunch of these event currencies and use them on whatever you want. you can only do it once a day. So next up is the Bloom Time Jackpot event. It's just a jackpot. You literally go into F10 into the Home Moon store and you just buy it, and it costs 0 Home Moon coin. So you just buy this item and every 10 hours you can open it. And when you open the stage 10 jackpot, you will be given a heptagonal gem selection chest as well as a Bloom Time outfit selection chest. So the gem chest is very nice because you can pick a hepta, which is a 7-sided gem, of either the regular garnet, so the PvE one, the PvP garnet, and obsidian, or the PvP obsidian. So that's really cool. For me, I personally will be going with the PvE garnet because I personally don't do Koldrax layer very often because it doesn't line up with my time, you know, it doesn't line up with my time zone very well. And lastly, we also get a Bloom Time outfit selection chest, which allows us to choose one out of these 5 costumes. So the costumes look like this, and I'm a big fan of Overboard, which is the blue one on the far left, and I personally will probably be picking up this costume. So other than that, the rest are just system changes. Again, I want to thank Renaria over here for posting the TLDR. So we've got the skill balancing, the March 20th. They didn't talk anything about the skill patch really in this live stream, unfortunately, but we just know that there's no Blade Master 3rd spec, but we expected that anyway. We just know that there's some Warden and Gunslinger fixes, nothing else. So we're just gonna have to wait the day before the patch kicks in, and then they'll usually post an extensive patch notes where we can look through and see what's been changed. Other than that, they're nerfing a lot of dungeons, a lot of the high-end dungeons, so like Brood Chamber, Downward, as well as a lot of raids, including Twilight Temple. They're also changing the drop system in raids. So when you kill boss 1, it's just going to drop 1 box, you pick it up, and it can give it to any class for any element, which is much nicer now. And then when you kill boss 2, it's going to drop the same box, but it gives you earrings. And when you kill boss 3, it drops either the earring one or the ring one. And then boss 4 still drops the weapon mat. I really like this system change because now whatever drops, it doesn't matter what drops, it's not going to be wasted. It's going to be useful for the raid one way or another. And for those people who like to sell carry runs, you guys are even more happier because now it's guaranteed that your buyer is going to get whatever item that they need. So you'll always get paid. So that's really nice. The MSP is now going to be changed to the weekends as a daily. So that is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And on Friday, Saturday, Sundays, the drop rate is doubled. So that's a really good change because now you can just farm a lot of MSP during the weekends and it'll be a lot more efficient, especially if you're farming up to stage 6 because you also get double of those purple stones, which is very nice. And another thing not mentioned here was that there is no fused badges. So all you wind summoners that are waiting to fuse your Liberty with your Courage Soul badge, we can't do that this patch, so that kind of sucks. We're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Hopefully next patch will let us do that. But yeah, that's it for this patch preview. Hopefully it helped. If it did, I would appreciate a subscribe as it really does help out my channel. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
What can I say except you're